Hello everybody, it's me, Mr. McBride. Hope you guys are doing well. I made this video to show you how to arrange your face for whether if you missed or you need a refresher. It's a good reference point. You can just look on Schoology and watch this video anytime you need to. So when you're making a face, in this video I will show you how to start and where you should put things. But it doesn't mean that I'm going to make your face. That part you have to do by looking at your picture very closely and seeing what's unique about your features, okay? But if I was starting, I would start with an oval. Now, when you're making your oval, I would try your best. Now, make a different oval. I would try to make your oval as best you can. Make it bigger at the top and a little bit skinnier at the bottom, right? Kind of like an upside down egg. Something like that, because our chins are typically a little bit smaller than the top of our foreheads, right? If you end up with just a regular oval, that's good too, all right? If you can make this part right here, that's great. So I'm gonna use this one right here, the upside down egg or your head. What I'm gonna do now is from the top of my forehead to the bottom of my chin, because that's what those things are, I wanna make a line in the exact middle as best I can. Remember when you're making these lines or any lines, draw light until you get it right. That way, if you make a mistake, you can erase it. And these lines that I'm making, I'll label them because that's what I'm going to reference them. So that's number one. And from line number one to the bottom of your chin, I want you to find another line in the middle. Okay, we'll do a bunch of halves. So in the middle of line number one in the chin, we're going to make a line. This time it won't go all the way. It's just going to go part of the way. This is going to be line number two. And then we'll do another half from line number two to the bottom of our chin. We want to find something in the middle, okay? I think it's right here. So I'll go ahead and make a little line right there. And that is line number three. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, and we got an egg. What are we gonna do? We have to make it into a face, and eventually this will turn into your face, but how? So starting on line number one, this is our construction line, meaning that we don't see it when we're done. It just helps us get stuff started. So on our construction line, I'm going to lightly make a football shape in the middle of the line, okay? Now, it's kind of hard for me to describe how big to make this football, but you don't want it too teeny tiny like that over there to the right, and you don't want it so big, right? You want it just right, just like the medium porridge. All right, so got a medium football. This is going to be a placeholder eye. And this eye kind of makes our guy look like a cyclops. Now, we don't want it to be a cyclops. We want it to be you. And so what we're going to do is we are going to add 2 more eyes. And this eye helps us figure out how much distance is going to be in between both our eyes, all right? This will help us with our placement. So on one side, on the right side, I'm going to make another eye. And the trick is that I'm going to make it start at this little point right here where my pencil's at the edge of my first eye. It's going to come out to the right, and it's going to be the same size. All right, and I'll do that over on the left too. So starting from the left point of my middle eye, I'll make another eye the same size, and it's going to be on that line. Even with these extra eyes, these are the eyes that we'll actually keep. Even with these eyes, I'm drawing light because I might need to tweak it later. Actually, I know I'll need to tweak it later. Now is a good point to erase some things we don't need. We don't need a little alien from Toy Story. We don't need 3 eyes, so we're going to erase the one in the middle. Goodbye to the Cyclops eye. That is gone. And if you're drawing light, it should erase easy. If it's not, you might have to press just a little bit harder. Okay, so we have 2 eye placements, and we have line 2 and 3. Now the eyes, once we put the eyes in, we have a roadmap to figure out where we got to put the nose. Sometimes the nose is too high, it's too low, we don't know where to put it. So what I like to do is I make little faint lines on either side of the tear duct. That's where our tears come out, right there. And then, so our goal is we have to fit a nose inside of this box. Okay, it can't go past the tear duct or the eye, or this little point in the eye. It can't go past the eye, or it's too big a nose. And it shouldn't be too far inside of it, or it's too small a nose. How I start is I start at the 2 line. I do a little U right there. I do a nostril on the side, and I make the nostril barely look like it's about to touch this line, or maybe just a tad bit past it, but it's not going to go very far. And on the right, or on the left, I do the same. There we go. Got that. And then after that, I can erase these extra lines that came down from my eye. They were just helping me figure out how far to go and where not to go too far. I'm going to pick a side, left or right, just pick one, and have that nostril go up towards the tear duct. You might even have one in the middle too. Oops. My eraser's not the best right here. I'm going to have that curve just a little bit more. All right, so this is a good indicator why you want to draw a light. You want to be able to erase it if you make a mistake or if you feel like you need to. So this line, it kind of curves in and curves up, and it kind of is really close. I wouldn't touch it, but it's really close to the tear duct. And you could do it on the right side. Notice I only picked one. We hardly ever see both of the ridges that pronounced with a dark line. If you see both of them, it looks a little odd because most of the time you only see one of the ridges. That's very dark. You might do a little line like this to let you know, like, hey, it's still there. It's just not as noticeable. Okay, right on line number 3, we're going to add the mouth, and the mouth's going to sit right on this line. Now, this line, I think the best indicator of it is this is actually where the crease is in your mouth. So what I'll do is I'll make little mountains above it, little hill, and then they're going to slowly go back to the same height as my number 3 line. I think that on the right or the left, it's a little too long, so I'll pull it back some. There we go. And now this line number 3, I'm actually going to have it do a little bend in the middle. And then I'll do a U at the bottom of my line number 3. And there's my lips. I am no expert lip drawer. And again, this is nobody's lips. I'm not looking at anything. I'm just kind of making this up as I go. If you notice that yours are more pointed right there, or your upper lip is bigger than maybe what I'm showing, maybe mine's too small, I'm thinking it might be, just make it bigger, adjust it, right? But this is what you should start with. That way you have the foundation of your face for what comes next, right? It might look silly. It probably won't look good the first time. It's okay. Take it easy on yourself, right? Just try your best. If you put these things in, right, lips, nose, eyes, now I can look at a picture and I can start making observations about what I can do next, right? If I'm looking at a picture at myself, I'm noticing, and you guys can't see this, I'm noticing that my eye is not curved equal on the bottom and the top. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and erase some of the thing. I notice that my eye actually is more of a flat line at the bottom, and at the top it's kind of has a diagonal line, and it goes up and then it curves down, right? So the football shape isn't actually the right shape. We put the football shape to kind of figure out, oh, that's where my eye needs to go, and then I can start paying attention to how the line goes. Does it go up? Is it straight up? Is it slanted? Does it curve? How much does it curve? We ask ourselves these questions and use the right lines to make a shape of an eye. And we might get an eye that looks kind of wonky, right? Well, we'll try again, but get your placeholders in, have something like this, and then you can start observing on your photo and start adding those details. Take your time on week 1 and getting your features in the right place. We will work together, or I'll give you some tips about how to draw your facial features specifically. But the main goal for week 1, or if you're just starting, the main goal is to just put your features, eyes, nose, mouth, and actually your ears too. We're just wanting to put them in the right place, okay? If they don't look perfect, that's okay. We'll get to practicing how the actual features look in the following week, okay? I can't wait till you get started on this project. You're going to learn a lot, and you're going to become a better artist for it. So have a good attitude, have a positive attitude, try your best, and I can't wait to see your results. Bye, guys.